Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for being here.
Welcome to the This Virginia show, where everyone goes to be in the know. She can tell you about fitness and how to keep it quick. She can tell you the latest trends and tips, so you can stay ahead of the curve and won't get swerved. You can meet people from foreign lands because Miss Virginia's got a spot that makes it pop. If you like to network, and Miss Virginia is the place to put that to work. You will grow just by watching her show. Tell your friends, tell your family that Miss Virginia show is best place on the internet to go. Welcome to the 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 welcome to welcome to the welcome to the Miss Virginia. 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 Welcome to the Miss Virginia show. Welcome to the end. Welcome to the end. Welcome to the end. Welcome to the end. Welcome to the
end. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Virginia show. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. It looks pretty cloudy here. Looks like we may get some more rain, and that is okay with me. Good morning, Just Christa. She just rolled up in her limo. She says, good morning, my beautiful sister, and hello to all the kings and queens in the chat. One thing about Just Christa, she's not going to forget about the people that come over to chat. And I think that is awesome. Good morning, Just Christa. Just Christa is our special guest for the week. We have a playlist on day 1 and day 2 of Just Christa, the nurse. Yes, everybody. Just Christa is a nurse. Does anybody need a nurse today? Hopefully you don't, but if you do, contact Just Christa. I bet she can tell you some things just right over the phone wherever you are about whatever is going on with you, she can highly recommend some stuff. So make sure you all are subscribed to the Virginia Show. Just go to my channel and click on that subscriber button. Tap it again and then click where it says all, ALL. And that way you would get all of the notifications. Every time we upload a short, you would get a notification. When we go live, you'll get a notification. If I post something on my community wall, you will get a notification. And shout out to everybody that will be watching this on replay because I know it's early. Lady Sparkles is in the house. Woohoo! Lady Sparkles, hello, my friend. Yes, Lady Sparkle, you're familiar with Spilly Girl TV. Yeah, we'll be over there next week. Just Krista and I, we are rotating. We're moving around. So we definitely will be over there next week. Lady Sparkle says, I know about all of those channels. Shout out to Feet and Toes. Yes, honey, we are blessed today. And what? Lady Sparkles, this is Eve Beauty? That's somebody else, huh? I'm not sure who Eve Beauty is, but the link is for Just Krista. Okay. And Just
Hello? Hello?
Good morning, Just Krista.
Oh,
Good
okay.
morning.
Good morning. I thought my phone was messing up. I'm like, oh, Lord, don't tell me. I couldn't.
Know what happened? I hit the wrong button and had to come back in. Lady Sparkle says, hello, darling.
Oh,
Just wanted to
hello, Lady
show some
Sparkles.
love.
Hello, Boo.
Aw, a
Boo.
very supportive person.
Very
Been a
supportive.
member over here for a while. Thank you, Lady Sparkles, supporting
Oh,
all of the channels. How you feeling, Just Krista?
I am so blessed. I feel good. How are you?
I'm doing great too, and I thank God for it.
That's good. That's good. I was listening to you tell people about me being a nurse, and
Yes.
yesterday I was sharing a panel with someone, and I don't know,
Okay.
I couldn't really. I have those days where I can't sleep, so I'd be kind of like up at night. And last night I couldn't seem to get off this one guy's channel, and he told me, he said, I want to talk to you about something.
Uh
And
huh.
before I knew it, I told him, I said, well, I'm on a panel, but you could call me. I'll just kind of go on mute and talk to you. Come to find out, he was going through something with a family member, and he really needed some words from me. He said, I heard
Okay.
someone, he said, I seen you over at Miss Regina's show, and I
Uh
didn't know
huh.
you was a nurse. I said, oh, yes.
It
So
makes
the
a
word
big
is getting
difference.
around.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I gave
Yes.
him some pointers to help him out, share some things with him that he could ask the staff about versus a loved
Amen.
one. I said, oh
Amen.
boy, wait till I
Yeah, we
tell my
can
sis
always
tomorrow.
use a nurse, honey. We can always use a nurse in the
Yeah,
house. Huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a lot to learn about Just Krista. We're just getting started. We're going all the way back to high school with the nurse thing, but make sure you
Right.
are subscribed to her channel. Make sure you stay connected over here so you can find out all of the goodies. But yes, a
That
nurse.
tickled
Uh,
me.
we're going to get started talking about Just Krista, the nurse. And this
Oh.
is day 3. Make sure you look at the playlist for day 1 and 2. Okay, so just Krista on yesterday pretty much said she come from a family of folk in the medical field. And that's kind of like how I started over here in my family. We come from cosmetology. My mother was a cosmetologist. My 2
Mhm.
sisters was a cosmetologist. I was the last one to get in the business, but just Krista has a lot of people from the medical field in her family. So I
Yes.
can see why it's kind of like in the bloodline right there. So
Mhm.
also, just Krista, my questions today are when you started working at that nursing home, which was your first job, you said, and we all
Mhm.
know nursing home, it's got a lot of senior citizens in there, both male and female, but nursing home is not just for old folk. My question is, what shift did they give you? You know, were you working a 12-hour shift, an 8-hour shift? Question number 1. Number 2, how did you get to work? You're a youngster. Did you drive to work? Did your mother take you to work? Because one thing about being a nurse, uh, you need to be on time, okay? Because
Right.
some other nurse was there and they've been there 8, maybe 12 hours and they're ready to go home. So we need our nurses who's going to relieve us to be there on time. So who took you to your job? Okay. Question number 3. Now, this was a long time ago, and we know the cost of living today is ridiculous, but you was making good money over there at that nurse's aid uh, facility. So, were you making pretty good money there? Did you do overtime? Question number 3. And the last question is uniform. Now, when I was doing nurse's aid, it was all white, white shoes, white attire, white stockings, white hat. And so, but things have changed. So, what was your color? What was your uniform in that nursing home? Was it regular clothing with maybe a lab jacket over it? Were you all in white? Tell us all about it. And I am on mute.
Okay. I want to say thank you again, sis, for having me as your guest. And shout out to the chat. Shout out to the replay gang. You guys are very important. Shout out to y'all. Um, my first job over at the nursing home, um, I was also working that, you know, after, school time or hours on the weekends. And
Oh,
then
wow.
if we were on like Christmas break, stuff like that, we could
Yes.
go in and work there during those hours. But we were only able to work like 4 to 5 hours a day.
Okay.
And if we, were able to go after school, some days you could sign up if you could make it after school. But, if you had like other activities and stuff, like some people ran track and, different things like that, you weren't, able to go, and it was no biggie. But sometime I would go after school. I would sign up to go after school, and we would have to be there at 4 o'clock from 4 to 9. And it would, the only things that we would do was to help them bring the patients down to like the eating area, to the
Okay.
it's not, they don't really call it a cafeteria, they kind of call it like
The dinner
it was like
room.
the lunch. Yeah, but it was a real big room, and we would go in and help assist the nurses, aides, and them by putting the patients
Okay.
on the elevators and bringing them down. you would usually have about four patients per elevator, and you would
Wow.
help them, maybe get them set up in their chairs. And we would wheel them down to the room, put them by their table, wherever their name was. Some of the patients needed to be assisted with
Okay.
feeding, so we would help them feed them. And then we would, afterwards, help them get cleaned up, maybe their hands and stuff wiped in their face. And then we would help put them back on the elevators and take them back up to their rooms and stuff. And if the nurses' aides needed like some assistance with getting somebody in bed or something like that right away, they would let us help out with assisting them with the Hoyer. But that was
Okay.
pretty much all we did during those times when I was at the nursing home
Yes.
during school, when I was in school. And how I got there, a lot of times, if I did sign up to take a day to go after school, I would
Yeah.
get the bus right after school. I would just take the
Wow.
metro. I would get on the bus. I'll never forget the Delavan bus.
Wow.
And it
Okay.
let us off right there on the corner on the same side of the street as the nursing home. And we would
Cool.
just walk down, me and others, whoever was going. We would get there. On the weekends, my mom would take me.
Okay.
Yeah, on the weekends, my mom would take me. And on the weekends, if you signed up to work, you could work 6 to 7 hours.
Wow. That's
But
a
you could
long
never
day.
work. Yeah, but you could never work past 9 o'clock.
Gotcha.
You weren't allowed to work past 9 o'clock at the facilities.
Okay.
Um, and then it said, "Oh, how much did I make?" Um, I was making 575,
That's a lot
but
of
I
money
was
back
just
then.
it was
That's a lot
because
of money
before
back
then,
then. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, because before then, I was a cashier at a grocery store.
Uh-huh.
And I was when I first started working there, I was making 265 an hour,
That's right.
and then it went up to 325.
Uh-huh.
Um, so when I got that job at that nursing home, I was like, "Whoa, five
Yeah,
almost $6."
I know that's right.
I was one happy camper. And then
Yeah,
I'm at home
$2
with my
increase.
mom,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
yeah, and I was at home with my mom, so it wasn't that I had to pay rent and stuff like that. But I had
Right.
enough to take care of myself and keep some change and money in my pocket. But
Well,
one
all
thing my
right.
mother did, my mom taught us responsibility. And my
Mhm.
mom said, as long as you're working, you're going to have to help contribute to the household. She said, though, that's what's going to help you
Amen.
get ready and teach you how to be responsible to pay bills.
That's right.
So, while I was working, I would, give my mom so much a week. I think back then, I think she charged me like $30 a week.
Not
I think
bad.
that's what I paid. I think I paid like $30. Well, not a week. I'm sorry, every 2 weeks, because the nursing
Every two
home,
weeks, 15,
and
15.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you got
And
paid every 2 weeks.
your uniform working there was
Um, and
regular clothing?
they gave us these button up smock like
Oh, yes.
shirts. They weren't the smocks like I wore once I worked in the hospitals that you just pull over your head and probably had like the two pockets in the front. They gave
Yeah.
us these black smocks, and it stood out that we were like students
Okay.
versus we could help you if you needed help with something, but not really you know and
Gotcha.
we would put those on, and it would have we had like these little name tags that they had given us with the little stick pin on the back of it
Oh, yeah.
that you would just put on there, and we had to leave those at the facility. And when we came in, then we would go and pick them up, wherever they were. The people there, they would laundry them for us, but we weren't
Yes.
allowed to take them home. And then
Right. So
after a
did you?
while, they started letting us take them home, but in the
Okay.
beginning, we could not take them home, because
Understand.
I guess they would have been replacing them all the time. I guess I don't know.
Okay. Now you did
Yeah,
that for 2 years in your junior year and your senior year, or just in your senior year?
it was the senior year. The junior year
Okay.
we weren't allowed to. The senior
Okay.
year we could. The senior year we could, and we would, like, during the summertime. If you
Yes.
wanted to, but you had to like sign up for that.
Okay.
Because you're not actually in school or anything like that. And then once we graduated, we were allowed to stay at the nursing home. I didn't stay at the nursing home. I went on and
Okay.
started. That's when I had applied at the Catholic health system, and I got in there and started working through them.
So, do you recommend nurses aid for anybody in this day and time who's
I
a young
do.
person that may have just graduated from high school in May, of
I
last year, and they're
do.
still looking for a job? Do you recommend this?
I do. I really recommend, like, the way that I went about it,
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of gave you that feel. You didn't have too much responsibility on you. You knew a
Yes.
little bit at a time. You weren't overwhelmed. Versus, if I would have went straight out of school and went straight into the hospitals to work as a nurse's aide, I may have found that to be a little bit overwhelming. But because I
Okay.
had that little bit of training with it, although I was only taking people down for their lunch and stuff and then bringing them back up, on
Yes.
the elevators and helping maybe get somebody in bed, or something. I still had that feel of what it's like. And of course, I'm sitting here, I'm watching the other nurses do stuff. I had that feel, for it. So, if you could do it that way, that would be real nice. Nowadays, they have a lot of the retirement places that you
Yes.
can work also. So even
Okay.
those, and I see a lot of young people working there too. My aunt actually used to work at one, and she said that they had students coming in, but again, they were just helping with bringing the patients to the, you know I don't know, cafeteria. You can't really call it a cafeteria, like the lounge or however
Yeah,
they call
eating
it. I can't think
lounge.
of what they call it. They
Hmm.
got a name for it, where they would where they help out with that. And it just gives you the feel of, maybe some people never, been around anybody that didn't feel good and didn't
Right.
know how to be gentle, or how they move, and
Hmm.
how to be a little bit more patient, or how to talk to them to comfort them or something like that. So it kind of like gives you that little feel for it. I
Yeah.
definitely would recommend it.
So when
Yeah.
you were working there as a student, and let's just use Saturdays since you worked like 6 hours maybe on a Saturday. Did you have a
Mhm.
lunch or did you get a break as you know?
Yes, you gotta. We used to get a 25-minute break on
Okay,
Saturdays,
wow.
Saturdays and Sundays. You didn't get a whole half an hour. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why, but we didn't.
That's fine.
They would give us 25 minutes, and during the week we would get, when we came, we got a 15. I think it was 15 or
Okay.
20. I think it was
And did
15
you
minute
guys
break.
have to clock in and out? Sign
Yes, we
in
did.
and okay. How
Yeah,
did
we
that
had the
work?
little clock on the wall, and we would slide our card in there.
Yeah, girl.
The gray clock on the wall, and the orange cards, and we slide it, and it ching ching, it would stamp it. When we left out and when we came back in. I remember one time I forgot to clock out.
Oh no. And then what happened?
Well, they knew I had been there, and one of the
Yeah.
nurses signed it for me,
Okay.
but I had forgot to clock out. So,
Yeah, these are some of the
but they
things
took
we
care of
as yeah. So let's
it.
go to your family. What titles of the women in your family or men did they hold being in the medical field? Not everybody was a nurse, and if they were
Right.
specialized nurses.
Yeah. My oldest aunt, God rest her soul, she was a RN. She worked at a cancer hospital,
Oh wow.
Roswell, here in Buffalo, which I
Uh-huh.
staffed over there, like 3 or 4 times.
Okay,
She was
wow.
yeah, she worked at a cancer hospital. She had
My
an
Lord.
aneurysm and she passed away when we were younger. But I can
Okay.
remember her studying and stuff. And then I had two other
Yes.
aunts, one living and one passed away with the COVID. But they were both just nurses' aides. They worked in a nursing
Okay.
facility, the
Okay.
nursing home facilities. They never worked in the hospital. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
as far as the nursing career, you said you love working with the men that were a few male nurses. You love working with them. In the nursing home, did you see any male nurses there?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they had male nurses at the nursing home.
Okay.
Um, they had again, it was no, I didn't see any male student nurses, but
Okay.
they did have, grown a male, because there were a lot of elderly gentlemen in the
Yes.
nursing home as well. So yeah, they had the men there. There were men there too. They were
Now,
nice too.
yeah, where you live, how did you do in the winter months when you have all of this snow? Could you get to work
Yes.
okay? How did that work
Uh,
out?
it was tough.
I
Uh,
bet.
it's tough. But my mom, like I said, on the weekends, my mom would take us. And the other days, coming from school, when
Yeah.
you're younger, the cold weather, it affects you, but it don't affect you like it does when you're older.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So of
I
course,
understand.
and by it being that nursing home around there, they made sure that the sidewalks were shoveled. So,
Yes.
and the bus was really good at, letting you
Okay.
off where it's shoveled, the little path so you can just walk that, down to the nursing home.
Good
Yeah.
morning, everybody. The voice you're hearing is just Krista, the nurse. She's giving her, letting
Mhm.
everybody know how she got started in the field of nursing. She comes from a family in the medical field. So, nursing
Mhm.
is definitely something she loves to do. You have to be a people person, she says. And people can tell if you're really in it for the money or you just
Yeah.
in it because, you really want to see people get well. So,
Yeah.
just Krista, I know here on YouTube, when you start saying things like, I'm a nurse, I'm a cosmetologist, people want to try to look you up, you
Oh
know.
yeah. They look me up.
They want
They
to
look me up.
verify. It's YouTube does not care if you are a high school graduate, GED, whether you are
Mm-hmm.
next con or not. But there's something about these people, they just being nosy. They just can't imagine certain people being
Hmm.
in certain professions. So, did you find that here on YouTube that people just really couldn't, like the young man that approached you that says, wow, I didn't know you were a nurse. It's like, what do a
Hmm.
nurse look like? What do you have to say about, that? Who walks around saying, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse? No
Right.
one does that. But if the situation presents itself, you may say, well, yeah, I've nursed for several years. So the next question I have is, do you recommend everybody I have one, a first aid kit of a little bit of everything at your home? And do you have one?
Yes. Yes. And I have one at my home. Yes. Um, I recommend it because, especially where I live,
Yeah.
it gets really bad here. It gets really bad here.
Yes.
And although, they try to keep it, especially where I live at now, so close to the airport, they try to keep
Okay.
it where emergency vehicles and stuff can get to you.
Okay.
Sometimes you just never know,
Never
or
know.
sometimes it's not as serious, but you just need a little bit of something. So
Yeah.
it's good to have a emergency kit at home, and I do recommend it. Even if you just make yourself up one, You
Yeah.
don't even have to go buy the fancy one that's already put together with all the doohickeys and stuff all up in there. You know, look up what's in one and maybe even go, like to a Dollar Tree or somewhere or wherever
That's
you
right.
need to go and get you a bunch of supplies and stuff and just keep it
Yes.
at hand, get you a nice little, hard case or something,
Yeah.
and put first aid kit on there and, have that there at home. Yeah.
Yeah, because my first aid kit consists of I have this container, this plastic container. I have alcohol in there,
Hmm.
band-aids, Pepto-Bismol, uh, Tylenol for the headache. I have that Vicks Vapor Rub. Girl, I look, witch
Hmm.
hazel, all kinds of, like you said, over-the-counter thing. You can save yourself from a whole lot of trips to the doctor with just some of
Yes.
those basic things like that. You
Yeah,
know what I
especially if you
mean?
got little ones, because the little
Yeah,
ones are always. And then if you, like I said, if you go like to the Dollar Tree or something,
yeah.
they got the cute little band-aids and stuff like that. I know, God, when I was raising my niece, she
Okay.
went through band-aids like
What?
it was nobody's
What
business.
was she doing with
Just
all of those
if
band-aids?
everything she needed a band-aid. Every time if she stubbed her toe, if she was holding the spoon and the spoon flipped out her hand, oh
Uh-uh.
boy, I need a band-aid. The spoon hit my finger
Oh my God.
right there.
She's
And
a
so
band-aid kid, huh?
yeah, she loved band-aids. She would, and
Okay.
she would tell you every night before the bath, why she throughout the day, why she had to have that band-aid. She remembered,
Yeah.
and I tell her, okay, well, we got to take them off before we take our bath because they're going to go in down the
Oh,
drain. And then, and I'm thinking tomorrow we'll start fresh.
yeah.
Mm-mm,
She
start
want a
all over.
band-aid tonight, huh?
Oh, that girl used to go through band-aids. And now that she got a baby, I told her, I said, girl, you better start stocking up on them band-aids and
Yes.
eyeglasses. She was
Hammer.
forever using eyeglasses. So I
Oh,
told her, I said, honey, if your daughter is anything like you
Hammer.
better start stocking up on band-aids right now. Hmm.
And band-aids are expensive because they
Yeah.
come in different sizes. You got the round ones, you got the short ones, you got the long ones. And if she's
Hmm.
a band-aid girl, she's just not having a good day until she has a
I was,
band-aid somewhere.
yeah, I
I'm like,
used to do the
hmm.
couponing, and I apologize for the noise. They're doing some work
Oh,
next door.
it's okay. What were you saying? You used to do the what now?
I do the couponing. With
Okay.
the coupons, I would
Yes.
look for sales, like if they had them buy one, get one free. And
Uh-huh.
then if I had a coupon for them as well, or if they had them at CVS and you got the extra care bucks and then you get this and you get that, and plus you get $4 off. Oh my God, I just rake it up.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
you gotta know how to put it together. Get a big bang for your buck when you got, that funny business going on.
Well, you guys, tomorrow we will be here. Grandma Love, thank you again for being a member for another month. Grandma Love is in the house. Yes. I tell you,
I
just
love
Krista, you got the best supporters. I tell you, they are here. Tina Taylor shared us out yesterday as well. Shout
Oh,
out to Tina Taylor.
TT.
Grandma Love said, I made it this morning. Good morning, you guys. I just came
She
back from
loved
the
this.
grocery shopping. I'm happy I made it to the show. Well, yes, Grandma Love, make sure you red ball back. I am going to leave this up, red ball back, because Just Krista has
She,
been giving us the 411 on everything when
I'm
she
sure she's
started.
sitting there at that table with that cup of coffee listening to us.
Mhm, exactly. So if you can red ball back, you can hear us from the beginning. But go ahead, Krista, and let us know what you want us to know as we exit the live.
Okay, I just want to remind everybody that today is Hump Day, Wednesday. And
Woohoo!
I hope everybody enjoy their day. Hope it's one of the best Wednesdays you've had so far this month. Okay, I hope it's
Yeah,
better than last Wednesday. And I just want to remind everybody to pour into them that pour into you so that you and them do not become depleted. And don't forget, today, tomorrow, replay gang, bring a friend and tell a friend to bring a friend. Join us and don't be afraid to ask us about networking.
that's
We're two
right.
of the
Tell us about
biggest
your
channels
show
here
that's
on
coming up
YouTube.
Saturday.
Oh,
Let us know
yes.
about your Saturday show.
Thank
This
you, sis.
Saturday?
Yes, starting on this, I'm sorry, not starting, but this Saturday, I will be having my first guest on
Yes.
Sexy Talk Saturdays. And oh my God, you guys are in for a treat. You do not want to miss who our first guest is.
Uh-huh.
OMG, we are in for a good time. I did
Uh-oh.
put up a video on Saturday, so those of you who know that Just Krista sometimes can get too deep into her whatever it is that she present and do, I put up a video to let you guys know we won't get too deep, nothing like that, and that I explained what it's all about and everything. So make sure you guys check that out so you can relax and just say, okay, this sounds like something good. I think it's gonna be good and fun. So come out, join us on Saturday. Thank you, sis, for reminding me to share that and allowing me to share that with your audience
Yes, and
on
what
Saturday. I am
time?
so excited. And my
What
guest
time?
is too.
What
Oh,
time
it'll
do
be
you
at
get
2.
started?
It will be at 2 p.m. Eastern
Okay.
Standard Time.
Okay. Okay. And it's a 1 hour show.
It's a 1 hour show. Yes.
Okay.
It's going to
And
be
you said
exactly one
anybody that
hour.
would like to be your guest, I know your guest list is long. Y'all got to get on the list, honey. She got a waiting list. If you would
Yeah.
like
And you
to
know
be a
what? I
guest,
wanted to do it like 5 people at a time and
woo!
wait till I get like 5 people at a time. But believe it or not,
Uh-huh.
I already got 7 people.
Oh yes. Oh, good job.
That's waiting in line. And I'm like,
Wait your turn.
okay. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. And then there's
Hey,
so many
seven
more
people,
people.
7 weeks. Seven
So,
people, 7 weeks. I mean,
yes. So I'm like,
you know,
wow.
you can do five at a time if you want to, but I would do the one-on-one. But I mean, it just you do what you
No,
want
yeah,
to
that's what I'm
do.
saying. Yeah, one
Oh,
every week. Yeah, not
okay,
at,
okay,
yeah, we
okay.
just going to have one, every week we're going to have a new guest that's going to come and yeah. Yeah,
All
but it won't be
right.
5 people at the same time. No, no. It's just going to, like we are right here, you and I. That's
Okay,
how it's going to
right.
be for one
All
hour.
right. Well, thank you also, Just Krista, for sharing this out on your community wall. Because
Oh,
we
you're
know
welcome.
that YouTube has to review this live before they post it, and that could take an hour or two or three. But in the meantime, as you shared on your wall, everybody can go there and click it and start watching it now. And thank
Yes.
you so much for doing that. And thank everybody who planned to share this on their community wall. We really appreciate it, don't we, Just Krista?
What'd you say?
I said we really appreciate the sharing that everybody is doing for Just Krista the nurse. We appreciate that.
Yes. I know I do. I do. And thank you, sis, for showing some interest in me. I look forward to just coming every day and hearing, what it is we're going to be talking about. Because guys, I don't never know ahead of time.
That's right. She never knows, and
So
tomorrow
I'm
is
always
day 4.
I have my
She's
pen,
not
my
lying
paper, I got
because
my
she's
little
Just
book
Krista
here.
spits it out. She has no idea what I'm going to ask her. You can tell she's not lying. She spits it right on out. So these are
Mhm.
true stories right here. So tomorrow
That was
is
something else
Thursday.
somebody told me yesterday. Well,
What?
the gentleman told me when I talked to him.
Uh
He
huh.
said, he said, I can tell. He said, it just rolls out your off your tongue,
That's right.
whatever you're at.
That's right. I like that. I like that. He
Yeah.
knows that, hey, this is real. This is no fake or anything. And again, just Kristen never knows what I'm going to ask her about this
No.
nursing thing. We're not behind the scenes or anything. We
No.
wake up,
No.
she comes here, and also I want to say, just Krista, on your lemon story, I'm sure I
Yes.
can tell that Lemon has watched those videos because when we did the tattoo, he started showing his tattoos and talking about them, and then when he was then we were asking about what does he eat, and you said all I ever heard was pizza. Then he started showing food on his community wall. Hey, I do more than
I'm sure
girl. It was
somebody done whispered in his ear. He got so much going on as usual. I haven't
he
even
like,
had a
wait a
chance to.
minute, I do more than some pizza now, and he starts showing all of these nice meals that he cooked and outside. So shout out to Lemon. Thank you for supporting us. Or whoever is telling them, hey, just Crystal's over there talking about. But anyway, we will be back talking about
Well,
Mr.
I guess
Lemon.
I haven't been telling. I hope I. Well, I guess I did tell anything that wasn't right because I'm sure he
That's
would have
right.
caught up with me and made sure it got back to me. That I don't appreciate you saying that. Now you get over here, little baby.
Yeah. Well, just Krista, the nurse, will be back tomorrow on day 4, you guys. Thank you for watching. Shout out to the replay
Yes,
gang.
yes,
And we'll see them same place, same time tomorrow.
yes. Thank you. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, love. Bye bye. Okay, you guys, that was just Krista, the nurse. She'll be back here again tomorrow at 9 o'clock a.m. Texas time. If you just tuned in, red ball back and listen to the commentary that she offered us this morning on nursing. We will be on mute. Feel free to drop down in the chat if you have any questions. Bye bye now.